There is so much disrespect going on in this 1 minute clip. Let's begin with the fact that this woman is bringing her friend along. They have something to eat and then they automatically expecting the man to pay. First of all, I'm going to say this. A woman has to earn her place in a man's life in order for him to come out of his pocket.
You know something that has always bottled my mind. You know, there is something that I've always struggled to understand. I kind of know where it comes from, but not really. I don't fully understand it. You know, nowadays there are so many girls out there, so many women that have these huge egos. Huge egos. But they work at a fast food place, they drive shitty cars, you know, they have tens of thousands of student loan debt, and they got credit card debt and a whole bunch of other issues. And yet, they demand that a man pays for everything, that he has like all these things, a six-pack, six figures, $1 million, a house, that the man must come with everything, must come with the whole package, so that she doesn't have to do any work. You know what I call this? I call it hobo dating. Hobos, yeah. Yeah, haven't you heard it? Hobo dating. You know, she's basically almost homeless. I mean, I've seen girls like, you know, living in their cars, still going on dates. You know, shouldn't you try to get your life together first? Guys, it's your boy Andy Matrix. I'm back on Angry Guys YouTube channel. Okay, make sure to like this video. Make sure to comment below to help push this video up in the algorithm. If you haven't heard of me, it's your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, gaming, Japanese culture. If you're into any of those things, make sure to comment below and go ahead and follow me. Did I say comment below? I already said that. Follow me. Click the link in the description. Follow me to Andy Matrix Gaming. And guys, if you should also follow Angry Guy on Rumble, because he's uploading videos over there that he's not uploading on YouTube, right? So he's got some videos up there that you're not gonna see on YouTube. So go ahead and follow him on Rumble. Click the link in the description. And dudes, I keep saying this: the economy is in absolute shambles, man. So many people are hurting. So many people are, you know, just losing their jobs, and they cannot find another job. This is one of the worst job markets in history. A lot of people are being pushed into homelessness and looking for ways to make money, looking for ways to, you know, basically start our own business, a side hustle, or something to generate an income. That's why Angry Guy created the Angry Content Creator Academy, where you learn how to build an audience like he did and create a digital product where you can start earning an income and say goodbye to the 9-to-5. So click the link in the description and check out the Content Creator Academy by the Angry Guy. And now, let's move on with the show. Okay, so here we have a pretty cool YouTuber. It's Soraya Brooks. She's a German girl. She has made her way on the internet. She has done some viral videos reacting to Western women, reacting to women that demand the world but have nothing to give. You know what I'm saying? This is Soraya Brooks. I've actually, I'm wondering how come I haven't subscribed to her, man. She's awesome. Soraya's awesome. You know, and she's one of, like, I think she's one of the most appreciated. Damn it! Hold on. One of the most appreciated people in the manosphere, in the red pill space, in the MGTOW space. So let's go ahead and react to her videos. Here we go.
What is going on, YouTube? I hope all of you are having an amazing day. Hope you are spending quality time with your friends and family. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. It's your girl Soraya Brooks coming at you with another reaction clip. We're going to talk about women who are crashing out because their date does not want to pay for their dinner. They do not want to pay for their friend's dinner because women decide to bring somebody along. Another person, because why? They feel like they can. Without wasting any more time, let's jump right into it because we have a lot to talk about.
Weird ass. Like, I swear to God, like, this why I don't like going out with your ass. It's always fun because you're doing that weird ass shit.
You bringing somebody with you?
So, I don't trust you. We've been talking for 4 years and your ass is still weird. This why I'm never gonna worry about my motherfucking with your ass. I swear to God, I don't got time for you.
I pay for your food, I'm not gonna pay for it.
You gonna pay for her food, you gonna pay for whatever I order.
I'm not gonna pay for her food.
You gonna pay for what I order.
This is embarrassing, honey. We didn't already ate and everything. Like, I could pay for my food, but this is ridiculous. Like, you don't invite somebody and I pay for their tab.
Like, the audacity of you.
I'll pay for your food.
This is why you don't date bald heads. Because this is real mid.
I'm ready to go. That's why I don't like being around y'all. She always got so much going on.
I told you quit his bald headed ass. I told you.
Okay, so before Soraya gives her 2 cents, right, before he does her reaction, I'm going to give you my reaction to this fucking situation, because the guy took one girl out on a date, right? Took one girl out on a date. She brings her friend, and the guy is still like, oh yeah, sure, I'll pay. Oh man, come on, dude, come on. It's like some dudes just don't know how to say no, man. Don't know how to say no. Like, tell her to get out. Like, you invited one girl, she brings the other one. I hate it when people do that shit. I hate it when people do that shit. It's like they put more responsibility on you just because you a man. What kind of shit? And it call me crazy. Call me crazy. This is going to sound so, like, off the wall, maybe misandrist or misogynist, whatever. But, like, if girls are not willing to take responsibility for their BS, right, then they shouldn't be leaders. They shouldn't be leaders. If you're always looking up to a dude, right, if you're always looking up to a dude and expecting him to do everything, you should not be a leader. They should not be leaders. Man, I understand why some cultures, like, they're very, like, strict with females, like the Muslims. I understand. Because it's you know. But anyways, back to what I was saying. You know, the dude, all he had to say was no. He could just get up and walk away. Or unless he did that. I didn't see him getting up and walk away. But I mean, the dude was like on the other side, like next to the girl on the far. On the far left, and he was like, I think he was like looking at his money or counting his money or some shit like that. But and then, like, the girl was she was upset. She was upset, like, oh, how do you invite somebody you don't pay for them? Well, I invited one person. Why did this person invited another one? It's like it's like they are so entitled to a man's wallet. You should not be a leader. Like, they should not be leaders. I'm sorry, but if this is their behavior, especially now in these difficult times, right? In these difficult times where, like, millions of people are getting laid off, losing their jobs, and then you got the nerve to, like, expect somebody to just pay for everything. But no, we're living in hard times. You got to pick up your own weight too. I can help, but you gotta pick up your own weight. You gotta, do something. The entitlement is freaking phenomenal, dude. If it were me, I would have left them right there. I would have gotten up and left them right there. You know what? I would order food and pass the bill over to them. Tell them, hey, that's for them. I'm leaving. See how they like it.
There is so much disrespect going on in this 1 minute clip. Let's begin with the fact that this woman is bringing her friend along. They have something to eat, and then they automatically expecting the man to pay. First of all, I'm going to say this. A woman has to earn her place in a man's life in order for him to come out of his pocket. He does not have to pay for you. He does not have to pay for her. He may just even pay for himself. And if he did invite her and ended up not wanting to pay for both of them, then I do kind of get that they're upset. But even if that was the case, there is no reason for her to humiliate the man like she did.
Okay, so something that I wanted to say, before we let Soraya continue on, is that the girl, she gets invited to go out to eat, basically invited out on a date by a guy. And then on that day, she brings a friend. So she expects the guy to pay for her and her friend, right? The reason why she's doing this is because most likely, she has gotten away with it before. Okay, that's what I think. If she's so confident in bringing somebody else on a quote unquote date, then maybe she's gotten away with this before. I mean, think about it. She's gotten away with it. Why the heck? Why would she be so bold and delusional in doing this? It's similar to like the OnlyFans girls, right? The OnlyFans girls. The reason why they go and do that is because they know, well, there's a lot of simps out there that just throw money at you, even if you're a fat chick. There's like really like ugly fat chicks with OnlyFans that make money. Yeah, yeah. You didn't know that? I mean, I can't name any of them off the top of my head because I'm not constantly watching adult content. But they exist. They're out there. They are out there. They exist. Yeah. How do you think these girls get so confident? What do you think? Why do you think that you see these girls that are like a 5 out of 10, right? They got a belly and they're like they're not very good looking, right? They're not very good looking. But they go on these shows like the Whatever podcast, the Fresh and Fit, and they argue with Myron that they deserve a high value man that makes $1 million. How do you think this happens? It's because they had that kind of guy before. Yeah, they've had this kind of man before, and they expect to get another one again. Why does this chick expect for one guy to pay for her and her friend, offering nothing in return? And the entitlement and humiliating him for not doing that thing, for not doing that shit, is because they've done it before and they've gotten away with it. What other explanation could you have? And guys, not only is the dating market so horrible out there today, but also the economy has gone down the drain. Millions of people have lost their jobs and they cannot find another job. It's getting harder and harder to find another job to get hired. And it's like people are competing for the same jobs, and multiple generations are competing for the same jobs. And everybody's going to have to find a way to, to make money for themselves and provide for their family and themselves. And that's why Angry Guy created the Content Creator Academy, where Angry Guy is going to teach you how to build an audience. Angry Guy is going to teach you how to create a digital product where you can start earning an income, right? So click the link in the description. Check out the Content Creator Academy. If you sign up today, you'll get a free guide. And yeah, start learning today, the Content Creator Academy. And let's move on with the video.
Calling him names, getting physical, putting her hands into his face, smacking his head off of his face. And why did she do that? To humiliate him even more, because my man obviously has some hair issues going on. You gotta pick and choose your women wisely. I know a lot of you guys would not even want to date a woman who has tattoos on her, whether if she's black, whether if she's white, because y'all don't even think that is feminine. And you also are thinking that women with tattoos are going to display certain type of behavioral traits, which really, this video does prove your point.
Yeah, there's a reason why this is a stereotype. There's a reason why this is a stereotype, that women with tattoos that have a certain personality type, a certain behavior, right? This, and by the way, I know we're talking about women here, but I think this applies to both men and women. I think there's something about tattooing your body that signifies some type of, I don't know, some type of like tolerance for like abuse or something, because it's something that you're doing to your body. It's something that you're doing to your body, and it's like, in these types of women, they always tend to have like a mental health problem. But it's not just the tattoo. It's not just having a tattoo, but also where's the tattoo located? For example, if she has a face tattoo, mental problems. Right? And the bigger the tattoo, maybe the more traumatized she is. I don't know, man. And I'm not saying every person out there that has a tattoo is traumatized, but there's something about tattoos that just signifies that there's something in this person's mind that's just not in good shape. You know what I mean? And of course, not every person that has a mental problems has a bunch of tattoos, right? But the problem with tattoos is that it signifies something. You know, it's like when you go to the wild, to the forest, to the woods, and you see a wild animal. Like the animals with they have like really bright colors on their body. They're the most poisonous ones, right? And this also goes back to like the girls with blue hair, purple hair, shit like that, right? You know, the color of the hair, the choice of that color, it signifies something. It signifies something. That you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but girls that dye their hair, I repeat, girls that dye their hair, not redheads, right? Not necessarily redheads, but girls that dye their hair red purposely. I have found them to have some type of aggression, like a sense of like intense independence or something like that. Like they tend to be like more aggressive for some reason. I mean, also I've never been with a redhead, but I heard that redhead chicks, you know, like the Irish redhead chicks, they tend to be more aggressive than other types, right? But you know, tattoos and hair dyes. Again, this doesn't apply to everybody, but it always signifies some type of problem with the person. Like having so many designs on the skin, right? It raises an alert. It's like there's a red alert there. Anyways, let's go back to the video.
And she also complained about the fact that these two have been talking for several months now, and now he's at the table acting like this. And I'm going to tell you one thing. She obviously was talking to him, but that's all she wanted to do. She was never serious with that guy. Because women like her, they're just going to talk to the man, certain type of men at that, just to get their money out of their pockets. That is it. Because if she would genuinely care about this man, she would not bring somebody else along without first clarifying the fact, like, who's going to pay for who? Who's going to pay for what? Why is she bringing her friend anyways?
One of the reasons why girls do this is like you invite her out on a date and then she brings like 10 people over is because it's lack of respect. It's also a lack of respect, or she just doesn't understand respect, which is something that our culture doesn't understand. I'll give you an example. There was a Filipina girl, and I was gonna meet up with her, but and I told her, and there was like a transportation issue because she was a bit far from the city, and I told her, hey, you know what? I'll send you some money, and you can come to the city. And then she was respectful enough to tell me, like, hey, I don't want to waste your money because I don't know if I'll be able to make it. You understand? It's just that respect. Like, you're offering to pay for something, but she's holding back out of respect. And I like that. And those are the kinds of girls that men like to give to. Those are the kind of girls that I like to give to, that they show respect. And that's all we're asking. But yeah, so these types of girls, you know, they don't understand respect, or they just don't respect the guy. They just see him as, I'm gonna use him for food. He's gonna pay for my food, and then I'm gonna go to Chad and Tyrone and get my back blown out. Right? So these types of girls, they categorize you, right? They categorize you like, oh, this is the money guy, this is the, you know, one night stand guy, this is the husband type that I'm gonna take home to mom, right? But I also blame the dudes. Because a lot of guys also don't know how to vet. Like, when you first met this girl, did you not explain to her exactly what you were looking for, right? Like if you're looking for marriage, right? If you're looking for a serious relationship, you know, well, you know what? Let me take that back. Let me take that back, especially here in the West. The problem with serious relationships here in the West is that if on the first date, if you tell somebody that you're looking for a serious relationship, like marriage and children, that's actually a red flag for many people in America. It's a red flag. Like, oh, like you're like, hey, I want to get married and have kids. That's a red flag for some people, and they might not want to see you again. You know, so I'm sorry. I almost blamed the guys there for a second. What the heck?
Honestly, a lot of women are just dating men and are going on to these dates with these men to get a free meal, nothing more, nothing less. And I'm going to point out another thing. They both have makeup in their face, they both have fake lashes, fake hair. Why don't they pay for their own way? So they should be paying for the man. These women are clearly getting out of hand. They think they can get away with anything. And of course, putting this video out on TikTok is going to make them feel like they are right in what they are doing, because that's what women like to do. Even though they are wrong, they're going to make a video about it. They're going to throw it out on the internet. And of course, the modern toxic feminism squad full of women who are delusional are going to support them and back them up in what they are doing. And what is that going to do with men? They're just going to go ahead, grab their passport and just travel, because they are sick of women from certain countries and just trying to take advantage of these men.
Yep, and that's how the passport bros are created. I mean, I was looking at the girls, and I was like, yo, these girls, they don't even look good. They don't even look good. Like, they got fake eyelashes, like fake hair, fake everything, fake nails, right? You know what guys really want? What guys really want is a girl that looks good with no makeup. If she can get dressed, do her hair, dress up nicely, wear no makeup, right, and look good, that's the type of girl we want. That's the type of girl we want. And this is the enraging thing about dating in the West. It's like you get like the ugliest chicks and they demand the world. You gotta pay for this, you gotta pay for that. You know what? There's gotta be like a rule. There's gotta be like an unwritten rule that if you're an ugly chick, maybe you should be the one to pay for the date. If you're an ugly girl, maybe you should pay for the date, damn it. Maybe you should pay for the date. Oh my God. Oh my God. But yeah, this is how passport bros are made. This is how passport bros are made. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, we talk about why men don't want to approach women anymore, why guys don't ask girls out on dates anymore, men don't go out on dates, men don't do this, men don't do that. It's for one of these reasons. It's because we don't want to be bamboozled. For the last year, like how many times, and this has happened to me too. This has happened to me. I've had girls that just, they just invite me out somewhere, or like I go out with them. I go out with them on a date or something, thinking that, oh, well, she's actually interested in me. But in reality, she just wanted a ride, right? She just wanted you to drive her somewhere, give her a ride somewhere, or she just wanted you to buy her food and then she disappears. This happened to me. Hey, I'll be honest. Whereas in other countries, people see that type of behavior as absolute evil. Like a Filipina would not do that to you. A Filipina that is interested in you would not do that to you. Or if all she cares about is money, she'll just ask you for money up front, right? In other places, people are just more honest. It's just here in America, it's just like there's a lot of creeps. And look, man, it used to be that men were the creeps, right? Men were the perverts, men were the creeps. And hey, I think even those guys will admit that, yeah, that was true. That was true, especially growing up in the 80s, 90s, in the 2000s, right? But as time progresses and as the feminist movement takes over, guess what? Women are the creeps now. Girls are the creeps now, especially in America, in countries like America,
Men are waking up. They're not having it anymore. Let's get to the next.
You bought the car for me.
It's not your car. I co-signed the car for you. There's a difference. I co-signed the car for you. Do you know what that means?
So you bought the car for me.
No. Perfect. The car, and you ain't been paying the car note. I don't care about going to work.
Get some money.
Oh my God, y'all see this shit?
What are you doing?
Yo, listen. When you co-sign a car for somebody and you don't pay the car note, you affect the other person's credit. You are affecting my credit score. My credit score is going down. My credit score is down 27 points because of you. You ain't paid your car note in 3 months.
Okay, so this guy, he took out a car. Basically, he took out a car note with, I'm guessing that's his girlfriend, right? And man, oh my goodness. Oh my God. This is why the red pill is important. This is why the red pill is so important. It's because it saves you from these types of frustrations. And look, I know that the red pill has flaws. I know that there's people out there with red pill rage. They're doing stupid shit, but this is why the red pill is so important. You don't. The only time you would ever do that, like get a car note and co-sign it with with a girl, is if you're married. If she's committed, right? Then you can do that. But by the looks of it, they don't look like a married couple. You kidding me? They don't look like a freaking married couple. Oh man, this is why the red pill is so important. Because I think if I never found the red pill, I think I would be dumb enough to make this mistake. I would be dumb enough to like co-sign a car note, with an irresponsible chick like this. Probably. No, man, it's you don't do these things. If you're not married to her, you don't do these things unless you're like 100% committed. Because if she's just your girlfriend, that's like, you see, here's the thing. Here's what people don't understand. Just because she's your girlfriend, doesn't mean she's committed. There's two types. There's two types of marriages, right? There's two types, or at least there's two types of relationships, right? There are relationships under God, right? That's when you and her accept each other under God and you created a covenant to be together, right? That is a spiritual bond. And then there's like, what I like to call the junk food relationship, like just having a casual girlfriend or a regular girlfriend, or government marriage. I consider that, just kind of like junk food relationships, because, marriage nowadays is a freaking joke. But don't get into these junk food relationships, man. If you're going to sign something with somebody, it better be somebody that's like with you to death. That's going to ride with you through thick and thin, man.
Rule number one, never co-sign anything for a woman that you are dating. Some of you may even be like, I'm not co-signing anything for my wife. I have no idea what your preference is. But like in this case, obviously she has not paid her car note on 3 months. Did she buy a purse in 3 months? Did she get her hair done, her nails done in 3 months? Did she go out to clubs with her girlfriends in 3 months? You bet the answer is yes. So these women, they would just depend on their men, count on their men, and then go ahead and not pay her car note for 3 months. Obviously, she also does not know the meaning of co-signing for something. Maybe somebody will get in this situation and then they cannot pay their car note maybe 1 month. The second month is already worth raising an eyebrow. The third month is like, okay, what is going on? Why are you not paying your car note? I am the man, but that does not mean I'm supposed to pay for everything. So this is just another case of a man being a man, trying to be supportive, trying to help the woman and provide some support. And then she goes ahead and takes advantage of that.
What you got to understand is that a lot of these girls, they're just looking for help, right? They're looking for help, right? And but they don't ask for help. They just expect you to give it to them, right? They get into these relationships and they will find a guy that's responsible, because they know, okay, this guy's responsible. He's going to do this for me, and this for me. Okay, cool. Right? But the problem is that she herself is fucking irresponsible in this case. This guy took out a car note with the girl, trying to help her out. She's not making the payments, right? She's not making the payments, and now that's hurting his credit, right? That's hurting his credit, messing his credit up. It's crazy, right? And and it's like I said before, it's hobo dating. Right, it's hobo dating. She needs help with something. Maybe she's struggling financially, so maybe she'll ask you to take out a loan with her, right? Take out a loan with her, or some shit like that. It's just hobo dating. It's hobo dating. That's what they That's what they go on dates. They get on Tinder and they go on a bunch of dates just to, just to get free meals. By the way, I forgot when it was. I think there was a couple of months ago. I think it was a year ago. There was this girl that was on Tinder, right? She was on Tinder, and she was going on a bunch of dates, and it was just to survive. And I think a lot of girls are doing that. They just go on these dating apps. They say yes to whatever guy, take them out on a date, and instead of buying groceries, they just they just eat. They just pretend like they like they like the guy, and they just get free meals. Especially now with this economic downturn, where like a lot of people are losing their jobs, you're gonna see this happen a lot. You go on a date, you think she likes you, and you buy her a meal, a drink, and a plate, and then as soon as the date is done, you never hear from her again. It's hobo dating. You're dating a hobo. you're, da- you're dating a hobo, bro. You're dating a hobo. Oh, I hope Angry Guy allows me to say this shit on this video, man.
You really cannot make this up. I am sure that she probably wasn't able to get the car without him co-signing the contract. So what does that tell you? That these women are not as independent as they thought they are. Because a lot of them don't even have their finances under control.
When a man wants to go 50-50 with you on a date, do this. Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed right now. Wait, you wanted to just be friends?
Yo, she pulled the friendship card. Let's just be friends, because she knows that guys hate that shit. Guys hate it when you put them on the friend zone. She knows that. That's why she's doing that. Right? But if she's also making him feel guilty, like, oh, you want to go 50-50? I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing. Yeah, you want to just be friends? I would be like, you know what? Yeah, let's be friends. Let's be real good friends. And then I'll never call her ass again. I swear, guys get manipulated. Guys get freaking bamboozled, tricked, scammed. There's straight up scammers out there. It's a dating scam. This is a dating scam, bro. And it's easier to do it's easier to do this shit now, because we got smartphones and the internet and all this stuff. But you wonder why so many dudes just don't want to date anymore? You wonder why the passport bros exist? You get your passport, you go to freaking Mexico, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand. Girls don't do this shit. Girls don't do this shit. As a matter of fact, they'll tell you, "Hey, can you buy me dinner, and then I'll bang you later tonight?" And she'll do it. At least you get something out of it. But here, you're not getting shit. You're not getting fucking shit. You're literally playing a game. You're playing a game of who gets scammed first. It's like the scamming of the fittest. Survival of the fittest. Scamming. Who can scam better? Either you scam her or she scams you. That's why you see, a lot of dudes, they take a girl on a date, on a dinner date, and then they're like, oh, let me go to the bathroom real quick. I'm feeling kind of funny. And then guess what happens? He walks out of the restaurant instead of going to the bathroom. Yeah. So it's like we're scamming each other. We're scamming each other, but most of the victims are dudes. Dudes getting used and abused by these chicks, man. It's crazy. You saw how manipulative she was? Because he said 50-50. And that goes to show you, you see, these girls in financial struggle, that shows you they're not as independent as they think they are. They're always going to need men no matter what. It's true.
Their manipulation tactics are legendary. These women are really out here giving each other advice on how to get away with the man covering the whole bill. And if you are a man out there and you fall for these women's ways of manipulation, and then you end up paying for this woman, you're paying for that woman, then sending another woman some cash up money, this is your fault. There are so many women still, even though women are online talking about these topics, how to get money from a man, how to make a man pay your bills, how to make sure that your man is going to provide for you even though you already know what, then this is your fault. I mean, women can only get away with this when men are allowing it.
Women can get away with this when men are not red pill. When men are not red pill, especially if you're not the Chad or Tyrone, right? If you're not that guy, she's gonna do this to you. Again, this is a lack of respect. It's a lack of respect. You know the reason why some girls they make some guys pay like this, but then there's other guys that she just takes her panties off. She takes her panties off for some guys, and those guys don't even put in that much effort. While some other dudes, what do? They make those guys jump through hoops and pay for dinner and all that shit. Okay? It's because she doesn't like you. Look, a girl that really likes you, she's not going to ask you to do all this shit. She's not going to ask you to jump through fucking hoops and like pay for her and do all this manipulation shit. She's not going to ask you to do all this nonsense, bro. If she really likes you, she's not going to make you do all this. The reason why girls do this is because she don't really like you. She's trying to get something out of you. She's trying to get something out of you. The men that they really, really like, those men don't go through this crap. Those men do not go through this manipulation bullshit.
I'll say this, and I know I'm going to get like a lot of people going to say I'm a lot of pick me energy from me, but I think it's funny that from my experience of seeing, a lot of women expect a man to pay all those expenses and live at home with their mama. Don't got a car.
Yeah, that's definitely
got a minimum wage paying job and be mad when a man don't want to provide them $3 for them to get their hair, nails, and feet done.
Yep, absolutely true. And I do believe that women who really do want to speak out and tell the truth need to stop being so afraid of being called a pick-me. So what? Let them call you a pick-me. The amount of women who are speaking the truth and coming out with it really is not enough. These women are just mad because they are not picked, and a lot of women who are coming out and telling the truth are already picked. So does it really matter what they call you? Absolutely not. And I could not agree with this woman anymore, because a lot of women are in their mid-30s, early 40s, still expecting a man to come through. Just like she said, these women are not a 10. These women don't have much going on for themselves. A lot of women even have problems focusing on a conversation, because their attention span has become so little, so small because of social media, that a lot of them don't even know how to have a full-blown conversation. And we don't even want to talk about body language. So really, again, as I say in my videos, a lot of men get the shorter end of the stick, and this is just a proven fact. Because look around. Women are not like women anymore. They don't know how to dress modest. They don't know how to speak respectfully. They do not respect themselves, and they do not appreciate a man and what he has to do in order to make his money. They don't care if you have to put a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears into your job in order to come back with the paycheck you got. No, these women want you to get your money, get your paycheck, and then go ahead and hand it over to them. And if you would do that, they would be like, thanks, boo. Move over and text the next guy. That's how modern women are nowadays. But not all of them. I don't want to come off talking bad about all women. I know there are some real diamonds out there who are just waiting to be picked by their men. So that's everything I have for you guys today. I hope you were able to enjoy this video. Make sure you give this clip a like, a thumbs up. Make sure you share with your friends and family.
You know, Soraya, she's really cool. Soraya is really cool. And the types of women that make this content are women that are already married. Soraya has been married since she was 18. She met her husband when she was 18 years old. You know, she's been with the same dude for a long, long time. And the women that I consider red pill are women that, you know, they know how to maintain a long-term relationship, right? They've gone to therapy. They actually do self-help. The women that do self-help, right? And these women, they have done a lot of digging, right? They have, or maybe they have accepted God. Maybe they have a good relationship with God. And women that have a good relationship with God, more often than not, usually they'll have a good relationship with men. They're not gonna be like this absolute Jezebel towards men. You know what I mean? They'll be respectful towards men, and or they had a good father in their life. They had a good role model, you know, kind of like Pearly Things. Although Pearly Things, you know, it's a bit contradicting. But I mean, look at the women that make this kind of content. All of them usually are happy women, right? Women that are happy in a relationship, that are married with children, right? Or women that have a good relationship with men, that they have accepted, right? They have accepted the male and female gender roles, right? Those women are very happy, right? They're really cool to be around. You know, they're very they have this really cool energy. They're cool to talk to. You know, just and they're just overall they feel like really good, really good people. The kind of women that you want to take home to mom and dad. Let's just say, let's just put it that way. And then of course, you know, the women that do these kind of things to men, like the manipulation and all these things. There are women that have like absolutely no order. They, you know, they maybe they got daddy issues, came from a single parent household. You know, they hate God. They have a bad relationship with God, or they just, you know, they don't believe in God. Maybe they're atheists, right? And what was I gonna say? And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm glad I reacted to this video. I'm glad that Angry Guy sent me this video, because Soraya, she's an example of the type of woman you want to marry. You know. And by the way, if you like her content, subscribe to her channel, Soraya Brooks on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel. She's really cool. She's got a lot of cool content. And who knows? I believe Angry Guy follows her too. Maybe we'll cover more of her videos in the future. So if you like what I had to say today, if you like this video, make sure to comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed, baby.